Brought to you in part by Tom Peterson's, Oregon's largest TV, stereo, and appliance store at 82nd and Southeast Foster Road. And by Marv Tonkin Ford, where you're #1. And a good Saturday evening to you all. I'm Frank Bonneman, glad to have you with us as we get about to get underway with all of the action, and there is a lot of it. We'll be reporting to you a little bit more in detail about last Tuesday. In that one, Boyd won the match, but it was on a disqualification, and hence he did not get the heavyweight title. That remains with the Playboy Buddy Rose. And now Rose has something new. He wants a 4-man, 8-man elimination match, 4-man on a team. Tell you more about that later, too. Right now, we're going to take this time out, and we'll be right back after we hear from Tom Peterson. Waiting for the first match to get underway. As I say, I'm sure we'll hear more from the Playboy and from the Kangaroo about Tuesday night's activity. There was a lot of it. Boyd won it, but it was on a disqualification. So the title remains with the Playboy. Rose talking about 8-man elimination. Explain a little more to you after we hear from Don Owen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first event this evening will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 285 pounds from Seattle, Tiny Anderson. His opponent in this corner, 244 pounds from Australia, Kangaroo Jonathan Boyd. Referee Sandy Barr.
Buddy Rose has put out a challenge. He said, I've got 4 men. I'll come up with 4 men, my army. And we go against 4 other men. And whenever there's a fall, that man is eliminated. So you can imagine if one team, say the Army, gets 2 men pinned on the other side, is 4 against 2. And it can get to be quite an uphill battle for that second team. And, of course, by the same token, they put together a team. Say they get Oliver and the Destroyer out of there. Well, then Buddy Rose and whoever else he might get will have a lot of work to do. 8-man elimination match, it's called. The latest challenge by the Playboy. Tiny Anderson, St. Paul, Minnesota. Comes to Portland by way of Seattle. The Kangaroo, of course, from down under. Side headlock, Johnny Boyd. Grinding down on it again. Wrestling midgets continue for about 1 more week. Maybe 2, possibly 2, I think it is. Most of the towns we mentioned, they're going to be in, and we have a lot of wrestling activity in the next couple of weeks, doubling up the number of nights. So when we talk to you about it, such as the 30 seconds we get at the end of this match, be sure and have a piece of paper handy, because we're going to give you all kinds of wrestling action. Boyd going to work on Anderson. Sandy Barr moving in, saying, hey, knock that off. Headlock from behind. Johnny Boyd on Tiny Anderson. Not a good crowd, not a turn away capacity by any means, but a very good crowd on hand on this Saturday night. Hope you'll be joining us during the holiday season. A lot of people bring their friends out to wrestling or arrange for them to get tickets. Headlock from behind. Johnny Boyd working on Tiny Anderson. Elbow smash, top of the head. Front headlock. Goes for the takedown. Got a letter to this week, one particular I'm thinking about, that mentions that if wrestling is the #1 spectator sport, and I think what we have said is that it's #1 body contact sport. At any rate, complaint about the results not being in the Oregonian particularly. They are in the Journal, the Monday editions, and complaining about it. Well, the letter went to the wrong place, lady. You're going to have to write the Oregonian, the sports department, and ask them why there are no wrestling results. I don't understand it myself. Boyd with the hold. He's got the leg, left leg, Tiny Anderson, working a leg scissors. In the ropes, break is called. Anderson backs off. A lock up, middle of the ring. Step over, turn it over to a top wrist lock for the takedown. Johnny Boyd, takedown on Anderson. Top wrist lock, down on the mat. Johnny Boyd going to the hair. You saw it on our camera, the crowd going along with Boyd. They're saying no hair. Boyd put back in. To tell you the truth, I was looking at the crowd, not the monitor. Don't know if he used hair or not. At any rate, Tiny Anderson up with the head scissors. My Lord Jonathan Boyd.
5 minutes gone.
Working on it pretty good. Bridging against it. See what kind of move he makes. Comes around to the near side. And there's a kip out of it. Skate victims back to the side. Headlock down on the canvas. Incidentally, I don't know if he's out of town yet or not, but one of the guys that's your director, has been director on a rotating basis, Steve Stedman, going to work for ESPN, the cable sports network, back east. We certainly want to wish him well, if he might still be around, and let all you folks know about it. Steve Stedman going up to the big time. Roundhouse lefts, rights to the rather ample abdomen, and a body slam. A kangaroo going up on the top turnbuckle. Flying knee drop, covers him, and pins him. Tiny Anderson counted.
In 6 minutes and 24
count.
seconds.
Johnny Boyd wins
Johnny
it.
Boyd.
Well, I hope that you've gotten your paper ready and pen or pencil, and I think we've got so much activity. Well, we'll keep it to the week that is coming up here in a moment. A lot of action, and in a couple of cases, two towns are running on the same night, so the talent will be split up, but there'll be great wrestling cards in both towns whenever that instance occurs. And the same week after next. We'll run through that the next time we do it. Right now, though, make a note if we're coming your way. see what's happening. A lot of action in the Pacific Northwest starting tomorrow with LeGrand. The midgets will be on the card, as they will be on most of these cards, and it's a triple main event starting at the Armory at 7 o'clock. Then they're up in Vancouver on Monday, Othello, Washington on Tuesday. Wednesday, a super card, an all-star card in Seattle, Washington. Thursday, Salem, Oregon, back at the Grand Theater. Also wrestling at the Seaside Convention Center. Friday, Eugene, Oregon, which is usual, a super card going on there. Tag Team War being continued. And also Hillsboro on Friday night. Then Saturday in Portland and Sunday in Westport, Washington. That's a week from tomorrow in Westport. Right now, we're going to call on Ellen Tonkin to give us some good words about Marv Savage.
We got a super busy week coming up this week, Frank. Tomorrow night, I understand we're going to have close to a sellout. We're in LeGrand, Oregon. Tomorrow night, the matches start at 7 p.m., and they are at the Armory. That's in LeGrand. The midgets will be on that card. Monday night, Vancouver, British Columbia. Then we're going over Othello, Washington. First time in 4 years, Othello at the high school gym. And then Wednesday night, Seattle, a big shootout up there at Seattle Center Arena. Friday night, we've got Eugene going at the Eugene County Fairgrounds, and also at Hillsboro at J.B. Thomas Junior High School. You people in Hillsboro, the midgets will be on that card, all 4 of them. Boyd, Rose, we have a super main event that's coming Friday night in Hillsboro, along with Eugene. Saturday night, Portland, and then the following Sunday, for the first time ever, Big Time Wrestling ventures to Westport, Washington. I understand the boys and girls track team are sponsoring the show up there. We're looking for a super big turnout, and there's many more things coming up this coming month in Big Time Wrestling, Frank. We look for super crowds.
I want to thank you, Dutch, very much. Dutch Savage. Westport, of course, the fishing area. Also remind you, Thursday at Salem, there's a big one there involving part of the Army, and we understand a promoter there has arranged that the other part of the Army will be in Seaside on that night, so there can be no interference. Talking about not armies, but maybe tag teams, Tom and I get together once in a while, form our own, bringing you a television shopping list, if you will, a tape deck cassette for $99. He's going to come now, Tom, and describe to you and show you a component stereo, saving $50 when you buy it for $99, or a console, saving $100 when you buy it for $199. I've looked at both of them today. They are great. Went out, helped a friend of mine buy a television, and want you to see. Now, here's a couple of those buys I'm telling you about. Tom? Well, a case of the unpopular finding themselves popular. Talking, of course, about the Cuban, Fidel Castro, after the vicious attack put on by the Army. Destroyer, one member of the Army, getting in there and got in and ended up outside the ring, I understand, Tuesday night. He went against his former partner, Rip Oliver. First, last Saturday, Oliver, with that pole that the Cuban used to carry around, he took it away and attacked the Cuban with it. And it really ripped open a cut. You can still see it. If we get him up for an interview, they'll try to shoot right up in his hairline, top of the head. You can see a crescent-shaped cut. And I was talking to Fidel earlier, and he showed me that pole where they'd hit him with. It's where something would screw into the top of it, an emblem of some kind. And of course, he was just using it blank, and that circular part just cut him open, the top of the head. And right now, the Destroyer is trying to reopen it, I think. He did a moment ago. So it's a popular Fidel Cortez in against the Destroyer. He blocks the turnbuckle treatment and gives it back to the Destroyer. Have they got any more program feed? Fidel Cortez being punished by the Destroyer. Covered with a body press, count of 1 is all that he gets. Hope you enjoyed Oregon State basketball earlier on KPTV, your sports station. Headlock from behind. The Destroyer with the hold. Chinlock from behind. Sandy Barr watching the action. Cortez and the Destroyer. Double club blow to the back of the head. Cortez in the ropes. Sandy Barr trying to get the Destroyer to back off. As you might guess, the contention by many is that the Destroyer sent in there to do the work of Rose. Rose himself not wanting to get into the ring, but sending forth part of his army. I'm not just sure who he's got in mind for his fourth member of the army. He's talking about this 4 on a side and a 8-man elimination match, team match. It would be, of course, the Destroyer, Oliver, and Rose, and I'm not just sure who else he would take on, but he's challenging anybody, any 4 wrestlers that want to put it together. A whip into the near ropes. Nailed him with the elbow. 1, 2, and Phil kicks out of it. The Destroyer got him in
5 minutes
trouble.
gone.
Thought he might have had the pin there. Now going for the left side ring ropes. Coming off with a kick. Fidel checks up by grabbing the rope, delivers a kick on the Destroyer. Now a roundhouse right coming from the other direction. And again. Through, over the rope goes the Destroyer. The 1 fall bout coming just before the main event of the night. Elbow smash, top of the head of the Destroyer, and again. And he's going after the mask, the Destroyer, the trip takedown. Choking. Stops at the count of 4. Again at the count of 4. Stops after choking with the foot. Over the top rope. And a little flurry of activity of an offensive nature by Fidel, but he's back in trouble again. He's groggy. Destroyer working on Cortez.
7 minutes
Cortez
gone.
in the corner. Sitting on the bottom turnbuckle, now brought out. Forearm smash with the left hand through the ropes. He bounced off the edge of the apron. Cortez outside the ring trying to shake it off. He's got him tied up outside the ring on the apron. Headbutt, that's going to be a DQ, but he doesn't really care. The Destroyer Oh, the headbutt. Bar is down. Cortez tied up in the top 2 ropes. And the Destroyer going at it. Bar comes through. Bar finally gets the Destroyer off him. The Destroyer, of course, will be DQ'd. Automatic fine for hitting the referee. Cortez the winner. Cortez the winner. The Destroyer disqualified. And now they're out in the crowd. They're going at it in the crowd. Sandy Bar finally gets between them. Well, the winner is the Destroyer. The main event coming up. But first, we're going to take this time out from our Tonkin Ford and listen to some great buys this weekend from Ellen Tonkin. Well, we've got part of the Army with us, the General and Rip Oliver. Buddy Rose.
What does Playboy Buddy Rose have in common? They're the 2 most talked about and respected things in the Northwest. Yes, we both have big mouths, but we both back them up. And another thing, we look cool, calm, and collected on the outside, but when we erupt, nobody knows. Johnny Boyd, last Tuesday night was Sugar Ray Leonard and Playboy Buddy Rose's night. We both had TKOs. I knocked you out, brother. And I'll tell you something else. Scoop! Johnny Boyd was arrested last Tuesday night in downtown Portland for WRAF, walking recklessly and attempting to fall. He was so dazed and confused because after I knocked out Boyd, I remained the champion. Another thing, Boyd went into a pet store this week and bought some rat poisoning. The clerk asked him, "Mr. Boyd, do you want me to wrap it or are you going to eat it here?" He's had nothing but problems. Boyd, the only advice I got for you is you should go to Japan. They'd like you there because they like small things. They'll think you're a transistor. I'll tell you something else. I've got all the money. I've got the furs. I got the gold. I've got the snakeskin boots. I've got women. I've got great partners. I've got finesse. I've got class. Boyd, what have you got? Nothing. Another little scoop. I called up, I got out of the office, in Don Owens' office, Jay Youngblood's phone number, and I called up his phone. And I said, "Is Jay Youngblood there?" And the girl answered, and she said, "No." I said, "Well, you know where he is, please?" She said, "He's at the gym working out." Jay Youngblood, I have to give you credit. You're not quitting yet. But I broke your arm 2.5 years ago, dislocated it, put him out for 6-8 weeks, right?
Right.
I've avoided you now for 2 months. And I'm going to keep avoiding you because I'm not wasting my time over a person I've beaten in the past. I don't even want to talk about it. Right now, we are looking for an 8-man elimination tag team match. Last week, Cortez screwed up. You're done. You're through. It's over. We got rid of you. We talked it over, Destroyer Oliver and myself. We want an 8-man tag elimination where if you get beat, you go back to the dressing room 4 against 3, 4 against 2, 3 against 2, whatever it ends up. And we have a surprise partner if somebody will accept.
Cortez, you used to laugh standing in the corner. You'd sit up there and laugh when you see me put that shoulder breaker on. You knew that was a finishing touch. There wasn't no getting up from that. Well, boy, you can look forward to getting that on your shoulder. And if you're man enough to get up after that, then I think maybe you might be able to stay around, but I think you will be sent back to Cuba on a little rowed boat.
All we need now is a magic marker. All we need is a magic marker. You got one? You got one?
Board director should have one. Got a
See
magic
Boyd's name on the
marker.
back? Everybody witnessed it, brother. We are going to cross Boyd's name off this shirt. He has been eliminated. I took care of you, Boyd. You are through. You are finished. And I will take care of anybody else that steps in the way. My partners will too, right?
Meathead Popovich, he's scratched off. Boyd, he's scratched off. Savage, I guess we can just forget about him.
Write him off.
So, Cortez, we'll put your name on there, and you'll be scratched off right fast, because it ain't going to take me long to finish you, boy.
We're going to be the new champions.
Buddy Rose and Rip Oliver, they go after the tag team titles tonight, held by Jay Youngblood and Joe Lightfoot. We'll be right back. Tom Peterson again to talk about some great buys that got out there this weekend for television. But I want to remind you the great selection. As I said, I was out to Tom's today, helped a buddy buy a TV. He happened to buy a GE. I got myself a Zenith about 2 weeks ago. They've got the RCA. Also Magnavox, Hitachi, Sanyo, Panasonic, all kinds in a large room in which you can go in, see the kind of TV you want to buy, see the picture at Tom Peterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday night, the Battling Midgets will return
For a big card here Saturday night. The next event be the best 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit. It'll be a relay team match for the Northwest Team Championship. Introducing in this corner the challengers, Rip Oliver and Playboy Buddy Rose. The defending title holders in this corner, the Indians, Joe Lightfoot and Jay Youngblood.
Just a warning to you Indians, just a warning. I don't care how we got to do it, but just be ready, brother. I don't care how we have to do it, but we're going to win those belts one way or the other tonight.
Buddy Rose getting a hold of one of the belts and modeling it. Oliver grabs the other. They say we're going to own him anyway at the end of this match. That's at least their thinking on the situation. Sandy Barr, third man in the ring. For the tag team championships of the Pacific Northwest. Sandy Barr going over some of the rules, which would seem like kind of a waste of time talking to the Army. They don't seem to be bound by the rule book. And it's going to be Rose who's going to start. Lightfoot came in and they switched to Oliver. Usually he doesn't want to get in. In fact, in his interview, he said he didn't want to get in the ring with Youngblood. Joe Lightfoot, and I'll tell you, he's really come into his potential since he's teamed with Youngblood. Everyone always felt that he had it, but he got the shot at championship action, and he's made the most of his opportunity. Joe Lightfoot, teaming with Jay Youngblood. They are defending their tag team championship of the Pacific Northwest. Armbar turned over. Oliver working to hold on Lightfoot. Lightfoot kicking him over on it, but Oliver did not drop the hold. Left arm, and of course for a long, long time, that has been the object of so many attacks by Buddy Rose on his opponents. It was the left arm of Jay Youngblood that he injured, putting him out for a number of weeks a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago. Lightfoot trying to get over for the tag, unable to do so. Armbar being worked on him. Buddy Rose working a hold. Sandy Bar looking on. Joe Lightfoot trying to figure a way out of it. Crowd trying to give him a little impetus. He rolls up, comes up with a headlock. He escaped, did not go for the tag. He came back at Rose instead. Rose caught him, takes him in the corner. Oliver in. I'll do a little double teaming. Rose on the way out. Now it's Oliver in. Rose very attentive to the TV cameras, I'll tell you. He wants to impress you folks out there at TV land, as well as the crowd here. The armbar, they're working on the left arm again. This time it's Joe Lightfoot's left arm. Little interference, and he got away with it. Sandy Bar suspects but didn't see it. Joe Lightfoot caught in the hold of Rip Oliver. Cheerleading across the way for his team. Jay Youngblood, formerly one half of the World Tag Team Champions when he teamed with Rick Steamboat. That almost came out when he rigged the Team Steamboat. Like it did, didn't it? With the armbar, Rip Oliver. Oliver, the Destroyer, along with General Buddy Rose, the new Army, giving a discharge as far as they're concerned. A discharge to the Cuban Fidel Cortez, and you heard on his interview Buddy Rose talking about the 8-man elimination match and the surprise new member that they have. And I haven't any idea who it might be. Body slam, center of the ring. Right foot, arm drag slam, foot right down. Much to the glee of the Playboy. Joe Lightfoot, he's gone all the way for his team since the opening bell. We're in first ball action. Use of the hair, caught by the cameras and Sandy Bar. Oliver tags out, Buddy Rose in. Working on the left arm. Stomps, a series of them. And to the arm bar. They're looking to hurt again. They're looking to injure. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Seat drop on that arm draped over the bottom rope. Working the arm bar. Sandy Bar checking. Checking Lightfoot if he wants to give it up or not. He's caught in about a half or in a full arm bar. Now it's a wing lock. A kick to the left arm by Oliver as they switch. Oliver with the armbar. Oliver using the hair. The referee didn't see it. But he's calling it anyway. The crowd down there said yes. He called it with that evidence. Through the hair again. This time not hidden very well. The left arm of Joe Lightfoot has been worked on almost constantly since the bell rung. Backhand judo chop. That one misses by Lightfoot. This is another one. And that one straight forward does not miss. Another one to the top of the head. Boyd tags out. He's staying close enough to the corner that if one of them does get in trouble, he can tag out. And of course, that is part of the strategy of good tag team wrestling. A hammerlock, diving down with it. Joe Lightfoot caught in a hammerlock. Oliver with the hold. Jay Youngblood has not been in there. Watch out, Buddy Rose coming around. He's over challenging Lightfoot down on the floor. Sure, he wants to try to get him away from that corner. In case Lightfoot can get over there. Youngblood might have been able to get the tag. He was down on the floor.
9 minutes.
Rose decoyed him away. Left arm of Joe Lightfoot. In the arm bar, one kick by Oliver, a kick by Rose on the way in, and he grabs the arm bar again. Working on the left arm. It's the same strategy he's used for years and with which he's crippled many a wrestler. Looking to hold on the left arm. Buddy Rose on Joe Lightfoot. And Lightfoot's been doing it all for his team. That 8-man elimination to talk about, it's 2 4-man teams. And when a man gets beat, he has to go to the dressing room. So you can end up with, like, say, 4 men still on one team, but the other team made up of only 2 men. Buddy Rose, flying tackle, puts Lightfoot down. Joe dives underneath that one, catches him in the air for the body slam. Joe with the body slam on Rose. Rose is going to get out of there. Lightfoot not going to make it, I do not believe. No. Left arm grabbed by Oliver. Slam to the mat, up with the wing lock. Working a wing lock. After this fall, we're going to run down the towns once again where they are. We're going to go down not only next week, but the following week, so that you can be making your plans. And there's a lot of wrestling. We're going north to south and east to west, covering the entire gamut of the Pacific Northwest. Oliver to hold on Lightfoot.
Minutes gone.
working the left arm. Oliver. Lightfoot has been in since the bell rung. In other words, since the match began. He's been doing it all by himself, unable to get over to Jay Youngblood. And you know Jay Youngblood is anxious to get in there. Off the top rope, and he missed the arm. He got Oliver's. Lightfoot pulled his arm out of the way. He got Oliver's. Here's the tag, and Katie by the door. Here comes Youngblood. Flying there. Drop kick. Plants in. Judo chop. Double chop on Oliver outside the ring. Jay Youngblood with Rose inside the ring. The whip. Caught him with a chop coming off the ropes. Try it again. Double chop. And a chop drop. 1, 2, 3. Youngblood wins the first fall for the Indian team of Lightfoot and Youngblood.
In 13 minutes and 17 seconds, winner of the first fall, Jay Youngblood and Joe Lightfoot.
Okay, got your paper out, got a pen or a pencil. Going to run down again quickly the action where wrestling is being held this week. I know we'll go quickly into next week too, because a lot of holiday season professional wrestling, the very best quality going on in the Pacific Northwest. We want you to know about it. Take the opportunity to see it when you get the opportunity. Okay, tomorrow, the Midgets, all four, will be appearing in a part of a triple main event in La Grande, Oregon, starting at 7. Monday, Vancouver. Tuesday in Othello, Washington. Wednesday, a big card in Seattle Center Arena. Thursday, Salem, as well as Seaside. The Cuban goes after Oliver and Salem. Friday in Eugene and Hillsboro. Great cards going on in both towns. Saturday, Portland, Westport, Sunday, and then the following week, Longview on Monday, Portland Special on Tuesday the 9th, Wednesday of that week, Medford and Scappoose. We'll be right back. Once again, time for Ellen talking and words.
Up in the crow's nest, the Destroyer.
Frank Bottomo, did you see the way I got that traitor Cortez? I had him tied up in the rope and kept headbutting him and making him suffer. I didn't want to beat you, Cortez. I just wanted to make you suffer and make you know what pain is all about. Now, this Friday night in Eugene, me and Rip Oliver got Jay Youngblood and Joe Lightfoot in a no DQ match. That means, Youngblood and Lightfoot, that we can bloody you up, that we could whip you like a dog all over the ring and break your arm, do whatever we got to do, whatever we want to do, and we can't get disqualified. So Youngblood and Lightfoot, you better be ready Friday night in Eugene, boy. And now, just talk about an 8-man elimination. Well, any 4 that they want to put against Buddy Rose and Rip Oliver and myself and our mystery partner, and we'll whip any 4 men that Don Owens wants to get and put in the ring against us. Just remember this, the Destroyer, Rip Oliver, and Buddy Rose will whip any 4 men that they put in the ring with us.
That's the Destroyer.
And a quick rundown, La Grande tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And then later on in the week, Tuesday in Othello, Washington, Wednesday in Seattle, Washington, Salem and Seaside, both running on Thursday. Friday, Eugene and Hillsboro. Right now, time once again to hear from one of the men that's made this show possible for all. One of the big things about getting a microwave is to learn how to use it, not just warming up coffee with it or leftovers. Tom Peterson gives you 8 free tickets for you and a friend or another member of the family to 4 different cooking schools in which you learn how to cook a full meal, cook meat, fish, and poultry. 3rd one, how to cook vegetables, and a 4th one on how to cook desserts. So when you get a microwave, learn how to use it. Free cooking schools at Tom Peterson. The match about ready to get underway. But Rose wants to stay out and let Oliver start against Youngblood. It was Rose who was pinned. He has to start the second fall. Sandy Barr trying to get that squared away right now. He lays a fast count on Oliver, saying I'll DQ and it'll be 2 straight falls if you don't get out. It's Youngblood, who only got in right at the end. Lightfoot spent most of the time getting that left arm worked on. Youngblood came in, caught Rose in there. Rose came down on Oliver's left arm, going at it. He was going to try to get the arm of Lightfoot. He got it out of the way and put it to Oliver instead. Buddy Rose with a drop kick, and he nailed Youngblood. Having a little trouble following up, but he got him. Oh, leapfrog back with a drop kick by Youngblood. Rose gets up in the wrong corner, and Joe Lightfoot puts one on him. Jay Youngblood turning the tables here. He's going to work on the left arm of the Playboy, Buddy Rose. Jay Youngblood, the left arm, and he's working hard with that arm bar. The arm bar being pulled out, 1 foot underneath it, 1 foot above it. Rose tries to use the ropes. Youngblood chopped him literally off the use of them. Oliver in to complain. Then a change on the fly like the hockey game. Joe Lightfoot coming in for Youngblood. Rose screaming, they didn't tag, they didn't tag. Youngblood turns to the crowd, says, did we tag? And of course there's one. They rise in affirmation. What did he say? Well, you know how the crowd feels about this particular hold. Lightfoot again, the arm bar on Playboy Buddy Rose. Oliver in again to complain. Oh, what righteous wrath does Oliver have when it is turned against him? Crowd again agreeing vehemently, practically, that there was a tag. So Sandy Barr is all right. I haven't a hint as to who Rose could be thinking of when he says he's going to, if he gets any other 4 men to accept the Army's 8-man elimination match, he has a 4th man for a partner in mind. Well, I have not heard a word. Back and forth. Some agility shown by Rose, but the last move made by the Amarillo Texan. Jay Youngblood. He's out. Joe Lightfoot is in. They're the tag team champions of the Pacific Northwest. They are defending their titles in this bout. And they have won the first fall. One fall up on a successful defense of the title. Rose able to get out. Oliver goes in, waiting for him with the arm drag slam. Joe Lightfoot. And they're going to go to work on the left leg of Oliver now. Jay Youngblood in for Lightfoot. Brings Oliver out of the corner with an armbar, turns it over one time. Judo chop. Drops him to his knees. Goes behind with a wing lock. Wing lock on the left arm of Oliver by Jay Youngblood. Rip Oliver. Floridian. There's Playboy Buddy Rose out of Las Vegas. The tag. Oliver didn't see the tag. Oh! Rose coming in with the drop kick. Lightfoot turned his man out toward the ring, and Rose nailed Oliver. Drop kick. Puts Oliver down. Knee drop. Lightfoot still having trouble using that left arm very effectively as a result of the punishment he took during the first fall. Buddy Rose complaining about the hair. And when Joe grabbed it, Sandy Meyer made the signal, it's one up. They each pulled hair. He got a little sassy with Sandy. Sandy paid him back. We are in second fall action. The Indian team won the first fall. The titles are on the line. Lightfoot catches a punch but returns it much stronger than he caught it. The boots right down the eyes of Oliver.
9 minutes gone.
Watch out, that thumb, a take thumb, thrown in karate fashion by Oliver. Oliver then tags, and Buddy Rose comes in. Stop. Side of the head. Buddy Rose working on Lightfoot. Rose and Oliver against Lightfoot and Youngblood for the titles. 1, 2, and no, cannot get him for the third count. Lightfoot trying to tag out. Rose gets to Youngblood, knocks him down on the floor. So Lightfoot goes in there for the tag, but there's no Youngblood. Sandy Barr really hot at Oliver. Side headlock, the punch out of it. Roundhouse right. Oliver caught one to the midsection and throwing that one, however. Lightfoot through the ropes. Making a little hole for him to come through. Buddy Rose on the ropes, parted him. Lightfoot came sailing through. Youngblood over to protect. Oliver was after him. Lightfoot dropped again, and watch out, Buddy Rose is down there. And the left shoulder crashed into that ring post. Joe Lightfoot's left shoulder banged into that ring post. They lifted him, carried him over, and crashed it. If he did not suffer some injury, now he's going to get a shoulder breaker on top of it. Lightfoot is going to have trouble returning for the third fall. He is easily pinned with a body press. So it's all even at a fall apiece, and it's going to be difficult for Lightfoot to even come out for the third fall. We will see what happens when we come back. Right now, we're going to come back, but we're going to first take this time out.
Old Kangaroo, Lord Jonathan Boyd.
First of all, Frank, I want to tell everybody what happened last Tuesday night. Rose, you never beat me, friend. I had you beaten, everybody knows it, and then you pulled something out of your trunks, or Oliver gave it to you, and then you decked me with it for that 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's not how you're supposed to win wrestling matches, Rose. Even you were disqualified for doing it. The title should have been held up, but no, you had your lawyer and you went down there and you got the title held in your trust again. I'm the uncrowned champion now, Rose, and you can scratch my name off everything, but you can't scratch my name off a future contract with you, friend, because I'm going to have that bloody title no matter how long I stay here, Rose. Because I'm going to start beating you so bad, you're going to look so bad, you're going to walk up here not looking like J.R. Ewing, you're going to walk up here looking like the bum you really are. The person that needs a lot of people behind him to fight his battles for him, just like this stinking Oliver. Oliver, you keep putting your nose in my matches, you're going to find my foot in your nose too, friend. Because, hey, you start to interfere a little bit too much. I don't mind the competition. I don't mind getting hurt, Rose. I don't mind people putting scars on my head because I'm a little bit of a masochist. And when you hurt me, you make me mad. And when you make me mad, I don't feel the bloody pain anymore, Rose. And that's how I beat you. That's how I come back at you and I beat the living daylights out of you, Rose. Hey, you can call any type of match you want and wrestle anybody you want, friend, but everybody knows you don't want to wrestle the Lord Jonathan Boyd. You say I'm small and you can eat soup off my head? Hey, I'll put a bowl of soup on my head any day and stand in that ring, and you wouldn't even be able to knock it off, Rose, because you hit like a fairy, you hit like a pedal on a rose. That's why you've got to get unks of metal, put in your hand and hit. Rose, you're nothing but a bloody chicken champion, a person that needs a gang just like a street gang to fight his bloody battles. Well, I came from the streets. I'm a lord of Australia, and down there we fight from when we're this tall. And our fight's not finished, Rose, because I'm going to be the one to get you out the Northwest eventually, and I'm here, I'm staying here, and there's the soup on top of my head if you want to eat it.
Lord Jonathan Boyd. And a little bit hot about some things that have been said, huh? Things are hot out at Tom Peterson's this weekend. I've been out there. They've got a lot of... Third fall, I do not see Joe Lightfoot. In an instance of an injury, it is generally conceded that the remaining team member can do the wrestling. Not if he is well enough to wrestle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Youngblood, Lightfoot has hurt his shoulder. He isn't going to be able to continue. I told Jay that he did not have to come out here alone, but that he could if he wanted. He's chosen to defend the tag team championships by himself, and he's going to do it.
Okay, Sandy Barr rules that Jay Youngblood, although it was Lightfoot who was pinned for the preceding fall, and the rule says he...
Youngblood, we're going to bust
Listen,
your arm now, brother.
Rose isn't even going to fight it, so we got him 2-on-1 anyway. Okay, it's Youngblood. And Oliver in a boxing stance, of all things. Well, he drops that quickly. Buddy Rose, a little word or two for one of his soldiers. Good old soldier. Roundhouse misses, arm drag slam. Oliver's down. Rose starting to interfere, cut off by the referee. Winglock by Youngblood on Oliver. Jay Youngblood by himself. And seeing as he comes out there, I don't know what the ruling would be. I imagine he has to defend it or lose the title. At any rate, he has chosen to defend it by himself. If he did not, he might have some grounds for the title at least being held in abeyance. The left shoulder of Joe Lightfoot injured to the point where he cannot come out. And I'll tell you, it is more than just pain. There's some hurt there beyond pain, damage that he's worried about. Lightfoot, knowing little Joe would be out there. Jay Youngblood trying to do it by himself. Sandy Barr cutting off the tag. Oliver tried to tag out. Sandy Barr moved right between them and blocked it. I guess we could say that it appeared to be accidental. Winglock. Jay Youngblood on Oliver. Takes him to the mat. The arm drag slam. Buddy Rose in the ring, tried to interfere, nailed by Sandy Barr. Not always popular, for the moment very popular, Sandy Barr. The left arm of Oliver still caught in that wing lock by Youngblood. And he's ruling no tag. Sandy Barr says, no, you missed. Takedown, top wrist lock. Oliver caught in the hold of Jay Youngblood. Repeating again if you just turned in. At the end of the second fall, Joe Lightfoot had his shoulder crashed into a ring post. Oliver and Rose both carrying him and jamming him into the ring post, and the shoulder breaker to pin him and he's unable to answer the bell for the third fall. Jay Youngblood defending by himself. He gets a kick on Youngblood. Lightfoot not in there. Youngblood getting it from Oliver. Thought Oliver might tag out. I think he wanted to be a little macho. Now he tags out. Buddy Rose caught with a kick. Shot to the midsection. Arm bar on the left arm. Rose gets into the eyes. Now setting for the whip. No, it's a reverse whip. Rose is caught. Shoulder thrown. Left arm in the arm bar turned over. Rose in the hold of Jay Youngblood. Into the ropes, wraps him up. No, coming up on top, bridging back. Almost winning it. Both men look like they might have a pin there. Sandy Barr caught a bump. He dropped off the apron. He's back in, he's all right. Rip Oliver back in. Double judo chop. Cross judo chop to the throat. Now standing on the throat. Count of 4. Oliver goes all the way. Count of 5 disqualifies you.
8 minutes remaining. 8 minutes.
Tied up in that top rope. Now watch out. On the apron, Jay Youngblood. Crowd screaming. Here comes the Cuban. Fidel Cortez down at ringside. He is lending moral support at least. Fidel Cortez is out, getting this crowd in a frenzy. He's trying to take the tag. Sandy Barr saying, "You're not a team member." He wants to take the tag. He wants to fill in for Lightfoot. Turnbuckle treatment for Youngblood. Rose in, Oliver out. Flying elbow smash. That could be it. 1.
7 minutes.
Count of 2. Can't pin him. Oliver gets a shot in on Youngblood. Back in with a backslide, going for the pin again. 1. Looked like he might have it. Cortez is in the corner, attempting to get a tag. I don't know what Sandy Barr's ruling is, not chased him away. And he might have been allowed. There's the tag. Here comes Cortez. Cortez after Rose, not being allowed. Sandy Barr pushing him back. And I don't know if it was no tag or if he's just not allowed as a partner. Sandy Barr is letting him stay there. Youngblood came out attempting to do it all by himself. Now Cortez has come out and is in his corner. Rose talking to Cortez again.
5 minutes remaining.
Cortez catches a shot from Oliver. Rose coming around the corner. Kick to the head of Cortez. Count of 2, not 3. Backbreaker. Put down 1, 2. Cortez in to save from the tag. Save from the pin, rather. Now the tag, they want to make sure Sandy Barr saw it. Knee drop. Buddy Rose circling another knee drop to the head. Jay Youngblood taking a super amount of punishment. Body thrown, not even slammed. He's thrown about 8-10 feet. And inside cradle by Youngblood. Almost got him to pin. Oliver was in to save it. There's the tag on Cortez. Cortez is in. Cortez is going back out. Sandy Barr not allowing Cortez in. Whether it was lack of a pin, I do not know. Now Oliver's in. Turnbuckle treatment. Rolled up 1, 2, and he's able to kick out of it. Also got a little help, I think, from Cortez. Ready for the whip. Puts him in. Double chop. There's the tag. No, it's not being allowed. That's the reason. He's not being allowed to join the team.
3 minutes.
Cortez is in, but Sandy Barr is trying to get him out. He's got them both hurting. They're going to put their heads together. Now he's counting. Now we're going to have to get some kind of a ruling from Sandy Barr. He is now apparently allowing him in. Elbow smash on Rose. Cortez covers him. Sandy Barr started to count. So he apparently is allowing him in there. We have no more commercial breaks, so we will keep it here. Oliver and Rose collide.
2 minutes.
Oliver gets a foot on the ropes. Coming around the corner, Youngblood coming up and back of Rose. Unloads with the right hand. He's working on Rose outside the ring. Elbow smash to the top of the head. Rose is caught upside down, and Youngblood's working him over. In the ring, Oliver's getting the treatment from Fidel Cortez. Now we're going to have everybody in the ring. Getting down to the time limit. They're going wild. Youngblood says to Cortez, come on over and get it, Rose. Turnbuckle treatment. Unloads on him. The whip, and again, Oliver and Rose collide. Fidel Cortez. Elbow drop on Rose. Elbow drop on Oliver. Covered with a body press. 1, 2. Oliver able to kick out of it. The tag and Youngblood back in. Kick to the ribs, the stop. Now Youngblood choking. Takes it to the count of 4 and stops. Oliver through the ropes. Now Rose through the ropes on this side, over the top. Youngblood yelling at Cortez. You get Oliver, I'll get Rose. Into the first row of seats. The bell is ringing. The belts are being brought up by Sandy Barr. Time limit. The belts are retained by Youngblood and Lightfoot. Youngblood and a new friend. Youngblood and Lightfoot will retain the titles. Exactly the ruling on the changing there from Lightfoot to the Cuban up in the ring, I do not know, but it apparently has been allowed. And the crowd surges forward. Youngblood with the title, as they say, with a little help from the friends. With a little help from a friend, Youngblood and Lightfoot retaining the title.
A little help isn't the word. We are the new champions.
Cortez didn't have no business coming out there in that match. We had him beat. We are the new champions. There's no reason he should have come out there. That's none of his business. That was a title match, and we won the match. Youngblood, Lightfoot could not enter the ring, so that's it.
I'll put everybody on the spot. How about a Howard Cosell view, Frank Bonema? Was Cortez supposed to be out there? Just answer yes or no.
Cosell never answers yes or no.
What is the answer?
You didn't pin him in the middle of the ring.
Cortez had no business out there. We declare ourselves the Cortez, I'll tell you what, Destroyer, Oliver, myself. Listen, you stupid, hairy Cuban. You get Youngblood and you get that Lightfoot back on his feet and healthy. Stick your rear ends in that ring next Saturday night and take the Destroyer, Oliver, and the Playboy on, and we'll show everybody that we are the champions.
These guys right here had them beat right there. They should have the belts around their waist right now. Cortez had no business coming running there. They should have the belt. Anytime there's a title match, there should be no interference. We never interfere in anyone else's match, and they should not interfere in ours.
We want a six-man tag with Cortez and the Indians, but no, they won't accept because we are hurting people, right?
Well, we're out of time, whether Buddy Rose is or not.
Next Saturday, come
From
on,
the Portland
Youngblood.
Sports Arena,
Come on, Cortez.
this has been Portland Wrestling. Brought to you in part by Tom Peterson's 82nd and Southeast Foster Road. Well, the Cuban up to protect me. And Don